fellow adventurers, how are we today?
Good morning, fellow adventurers.
Hey team.
So sometimes in a relationship you have to make a few compromises. For example, Eden here wanted to go away and have a lovely weekend away in the hot pools and just relax into it.
Like this, most of the time your boyfriend wants to go away four-wheeling, like all the time. Instead of having relaxing weekends away, he wants to go and do his own thing.
Like this.
Oh god.
So in this handy little Jeep here, I found a map, and this is what Jono failed to do last time. And it's not the right map, so let's have a look for the real one. Is this it? Okay, so let's have a look and see where we're going.
To create a balanced weekend away between relaxing and forward driving, we decided to explore Hanmer Springs, heading out over Jollies Pass and taking a left onto Top House Road. We make our way near 50 kilometres, around 2 hours, passing some amazing scenery up the valley following the Clarence River to the turnoff. After capturing some amazing photographs, we decide to hit the tracks, following the St James Cycle Trail over Mullings Pass, traversing down the other side to the Waiā River Flats and finally stopping at the road end for lunch.
We've passed across into the St James Conservation Area. Now as you're coming along the roads here, bombing along out to where we're going is Mullings Pass, but you could be exploring the area in general. There's lots of tracks out here. All the fords of course have bridges next to them as well, and there's signs posted up at every little one. They're quite small signs though, but they do ask you to actually just use the bridge over the ford. Now that's because Didimo is a huge thing in New Zealand. It's spreading quite wildly, otherwise known as rock snot.
I was supposed to ask you.
Sorry, my bad. Alrighty guys, so to get access to Mullings Pass here, you actually have to register your vehicle at the DOC website. The link will be in the description below. From that, they'll then, once you register your vehicle, they'll give you the codes to the lock. Both Edwards Valley and Mullings Valley here have a code separate, and they change them every month or so you do have to do it. Once you've got it though, you're clear as rain to get entry. And from that, it also notifies them from which days you're going to be in there, so someone actually knows you're going to be coming out again. Too easy. Let's hit the tracks. So the idea of the lock gate there, guys, isn't to restrict anybody out. It isn't to just shut the area down. It's literally just to restrict the flow of four drivers in here. That's a very much high conservative area. That's what I'm looking for. They're trying to really get conservation, and they want to try and keep it as close to what New Zealand used to be as much as possible. And by having every man and his dog come through here for whatever reason, can end up wrecking the place. You've seen it happen time and time again all over the place. Places get shut down due to excessive four driving. And
No.
that bridge isn't going to fit us.
Oh, just kidding. It's for a walking person.
What they're trying to do is keep the place nice and safe and Dirty-mo free, and just keep it at a great place to come out here. So all you do is shoot down to the website in the description there, type in your name, type in what vehicle you got, how long you're going to be in here for. They'll send you the codes in your rider's range. No worries.
Jeeps just got real. I'm in the driver's seat for the first time in like forever. So it's a bit crazy. So I'll probably stall the truck a lot. But hey, that's entertainment for you guys. So yeah, we'll just wait for it to start rolling. Jono's out there filming. So yeah.
So a bit of fauna and flora for you guys. In Australia they have pretty much everything that wants to kill you. You know, poisonous spiders, poisonous fish, poisonous crocodiles, poisonous birds. In New Zealand we got nothing like that. We have plants that are sort of protecting themselves more than anything else. This one here is well known as a Spaniard or a speargrass for obvious reasons, as each little leaf it has here is like a sheer sharp spear. It's very, very solid and quite the sharp tip on the very end there. On top of that very tip is also some poison that once it gets into your skin will actually start to make it burn for a couple of hours. So not ideal to fall into though. I don't know if you can see here, but there's actually a white substance that comes off of this plant. The Maoris used to use it as a bit of like cologne, rub it on your skin sort of thing, from what I've been told. It smells terrible, absolutely terrible. I don't actually know why I'd do that, but what else you got out here really? Kind of a cool plant, one of my favourites. We'll show you a few more throughout the episodes anyways. Another Spaniard here, guys. This one's actually got its flower not quite blooming. It looks like it's just actually bloomed a few months ago, or a few weeks ago I should say. But you can tell even on these flowers as well, sheer sharp spines. That'll just be absolutely agonizing if you fell on it. So not ideal. I wouldn't recommend it, but very, very cool plant. Very, very cool. Like most New Zealand's plants really. Out to kill you. as some of you have guessed, I spend a lot of time going back for the camera. One of the first rules you're supposed to learn when four-wheeling is you don't go anywhere you can't reverse out of. If you don't think you can reverse out of it, don't go there, because if you get stuck, there's usually only one way out, and that's backwards.
I won't be reversing.
Second thing is, usually a bad habit for four-wheel driving is doing what we normally do when we reverse, which is arm over and head back. Of course, then you've only got one hand on the wheel, and with a tiny little Jeep, one slight movement too much and it's a near-on roll from that speed or anything like that. So when reversing on the tracks, guys, the ideal way to do it is two hands on the wheel and just use your mirrors. They should surely be enough to show you where you've been, and that's where you want to go. It's the safest way anyways. Down on the river flats now, guys, the track sort of intersects a little stream. It's completely dried up and it looks like a little bit of fun, so we're going for a bit of a crawl. I'm just having a bit of a play and stretching the legs of the Jeep out a little bit. Nothing too major, just a bit of flex here and there. So that's the road in there, guys. This is as far as the track actually goes. From here on there's no vehicle accessing the river, and the same with Edwards Valley over the top of that massive hill. Same thing again, once it hits the river there's no vehicle access, which is absolutely fine. It's still nice to get out here. We saw some amazing views up on top of Mellings Pass. So from here on it's pretty much just lunch and we'll cruise back out towards Hanmer. Nice easy trip. Teaching Eden how to four-wheel and drive a manual. She's never done that before really either. So I think four-wheeling is probably the easiest way to teach you. Low range, it's pretty difficult to stall. The engine sort of does everything. But she's not too bad so far, she's cruising through. Plenty to learn though, got to do on tough tracks yet. Throw her in some mud.
But the hard part is, I can't see over the bonnet.
Oh yeah. She can't actually see the bonnet when she's driving, which is a little bit of a worry. Once I get into a radio and an aerial, she'll be right. One thing I definitely noticed coming out here, guys, is the colour of the river. It is crystal clear. Nice blue in the deeps there, crystal clear. The rocks look bloody brilliant. You can definitely tell Didimo hasn't made an effort here. Through the track I came down, and it is just brilliant to see rivers like New Zealand's rivers used to be. There's the rough stuff. Oh.
She did one thing.
Eden's at the wheel. So even just for that, I would say come out here just to see what New Zealand rivers used to look like.
Do you know what's really exciting? Do you know?
What?
Do you know?
No?
What's really exciting?
We're almost at Hopples?
Yes.
We're kidding, we're miles away.
No. I get to go to the hot pools and actually relax because I'm exhaustipated.
I don't think that's a word.
It is today.
Okay.
After all this rocking around.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Rock the boat.
Don't tip the boat over. So we're just going to chill into the night, guys. It's been a pretty big day. But basically, check us out. We've also got an Instagram page and a Facebook page. So check those things out. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
See you later.